In the spirit of the joy and gratitude we are experiencing here tonight, we would like to honor the privilege we had of working with Blake Peterson. Blake was our chair of our board and the chair of our Impact Awards Committee, a position he treasured because it honors teachers every year, a profession that he valued above all else. He passed away leaving a legacy of high expectations to keep the blue flame for public education brightly lit. On behalf of our current board, Sharon, Grant, Amy, Tara, and Ben, we will have a Blake Peterson Lifetime Achievement Award in his honor. And Blake, we know your spirit is here tonight and that you would have high applause for Carrie, Shannon, and JVA.
Volunteering, you're typically not doing it for the awards that occur, you're not doing it for any accolades, yet when these things come, it's important for us to acknowledge volunteers, not only on behalf of the individuals that we're acknowledging tonight, but for those that go before us and those that come after us. As people see the value of volunteerism in the resource that it provides for us, it really is very motivational for others to join the ranks, and knowing that these volunteers touch the future. They do touch a life.
Every so often, there are people that come into one's life that are extraordinary. And at Impact on Education, we have the privilege of having worked with Carrie Leitenberger. Carrie has been a volunteer with Impact on Education for 20 years. And in those 20 years, she has brought together a group of women that have loved on Razzle Dazzle through baskets, actually, and has provided, honestly, over hundreds of thousands of dollars in financial support for our students.
I think that education is the way that we can bring a change to our lives and those of people around us.
I was on the team that put together the Razzle Dazzle, and that involved basically setting up the party. And then as it evolved, as time went by, I started doing the baskets with Carrie. And Carrie would be like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna come up with a theme, we're gonna wrap it.
I think the Impact on Education is a remarkable organization in so many ways, and that the kids and teachers are just appreciated, and the staff that works for Impact are remarkable.
Carrie, I hope she recognizes how much she was a mentor to me. That when Fran Ryan came to me and asked me, would I be interested in taking on being the chair of the auction for Razzle Dazzle, I had no idea what that scope meant, what that all entailed. And Carrie just took me under her wing the first time I met her and said, this is what you need to do. Let me talk about where our baskets get placed at, and why they get placed, and how they should look.
She's certainly dedicated. She picks something and she goes at it all, full force. She is so giving, really, really dynamic. I really enjoyed working with Carrie. Always up, very lively, and funny. We just laughed. We would get together, sit down at her house, and we'd have these baskets that we had to put together. People really paid attention to what they were actually putting in the basket. So all of our baskets were gone really quickly.
Shannon's been in our lives for the past 9 or 10 years. She's a person with great heart. Shannon has great commitment and a great passion for public education. Through Shannon, we've received over probably 3,000 backpacks of school supplies since Shannon came in to our Crayons to Calculators program. And 3,000 times roughly $80 a backpack, that adds up to a lot of financial support for our kiddos that need a backpack of school supplies.
My very, very good friend Leslie, she came to me and she said, you know what would be fun? It'd be really fun to have, one of those auction things and a poker night. And that way we can engage the dads and the moms and even people that aren't members of our organization to get out and really support an organization. Who should we support? And I said, Leslie, I really think that we've been working on Crayons to Calculators, and I think that we could figure out how we can raise money for Crayons to Calculators and on a much bigger scale impact in education.
So Shannon is the penultimate of volunteering and recruiting people to help. I am very lucky that she finds ways for me to bridge that with my other responsibilities and still help out. So Shannon is the ultimate in support, right? We get each other. We both come from corporate backgrounds, and we can figure out what we want to do. We can set a goal or a dream or just an idea, and it always happens, and it's always fun, and it's always just bigger than life, because Shannon is that force to be reckoned with and brings high-spirited fun to all of us.
We really have focused on high school. We know that it's not quite as fun to buy a high school backpack, but those kids really need it. They need that scientific calculator. They need those binders. And so upwards of 500 backpacks a year is what we attempt to sustain.
We've developed a long-term relationship with JVA, our lead sponsor tonight of Razzle Dazzle. Cindy and Tom, Kevin, Josh, we have been so privileged to have you support our mission and our vision at Impact on Education for the last 6 or 7 years.
We're very fortunate in the communities we work and live, and I think we really have an obligation to giving back. And so our staff is doing a lot, and it's not just at the top, at the officers making decision to send dollars or the officers being involved in things. It's our younger staff going out and working in our schools or helping at food banks and contributing to causes in our local communities. That's really important to us.
They're part of our community. They're heavily involved with Impact on Education. Their employees have children that go to school in our buildings, and so they're vested in Boulder Valley School District, and that shows in their commitment to their work, their dedication, their willingness to step forward, help wherever they're needed. I can tell you, I've called on JVA for favors to help us out on certain projects. They're not being paid for that, but they have their employees have children that go to that school, and they want to see those improvements made. So it's a great working relationship.
What an honor to be working with Impact on Education. They are a priceless resource for us, because not only do they help bring financial support for extra things for our kids, but they provide a type of social good that connects the district with our community in lots of different ways. Our business partners, our nonprofit partners, they are the nexus to so many things. I think they're invaluable.
I really truly believe that by virtue of being here this evening for Razzle Dazzle, that you are here for a specific purpose. And we appreciate the support that you give this organization, and I, for one, can tell you how effective it's been in the schools. So I encourage you to continue your support and reach out to others who will support us along the way.
So on behalf of our board of directors, on behalf of our large Boulder Valley School District community. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, JVA, Tom, Cindy, Josh, Kevin, and thank you, Shannon, for loving on us and providing us with the resources we need to help everyone in the classroom.